Hello and welcome back for part 4 of Just One Thing. Today we're going to be looking at strengthening these muscles on the outside of your hip, your lateral hip muscles, which are really key to supporting you while you walk and helping to stabilize your pelvis and stabilize your spine. Let's get started. We're basically going to be traveling sideways back and forth. You're going to be incorporating the stance parameters that we've learned up to this point. So you're going to have straight outside edge of your foot. You're going to have the width of your feet matching the width of your pelvis. And you're going to be backing your weight up so that your pelvis is stacked vertically over your heels. All right, so we're just going to take a step a few inches, nothing major, 3 to 5 inches, and bring the other foot back in. And we're going to just travel sideways like this. Just get a sense of it. I'm going to dial it in and put some additional parameters on it to help you get even more benefit from doing this. All right, now on our next pass, we're going to be looking at really maintaining that straight outside edge of the foot even when the foot loses contact with the floor. So there's a little tendency to let the foot drift out if you're not really mindful of it. So now as you step out, you can almost feel like you're leading with the heel as you do this. And you want to be sure that you're checking in with both feet, not just your lead foot. That's it. So we're really leading with that heel and not allowing the foot to turn out as we step. Hopefully you are feeling this more in the outside of your hip or towards the back of your hip. If you're feeling it in your low back, that's a sign that you may be recruiting your back muscles to help make up for lack of strength in these lateral hip muscles. So if that's the case for you, go ahead and let yourself hinge forward slightly or shift your back in a way that takes some of that tension off the back muscles. For this next pass, we're going to be looking at landing heel-toe. So we want each foot to land heel-toe while we keep the straight outside edge of the foot happening. So heel-toe. And you can even slow it down. If this feels too fast for you, by all means, go slower. There is no benefit in doing this fast. I often walk clients through this quite slow because it allows them to pay attention and really tune into what they're feeling and what their body's doing. Now, in this last pass that we're going to do, I want you to check in and see what's going on with your torso. Are you leaning side to side as you do this? And imagine if you had 2 trays with glasses filled with water on them. You want to be sure you're not spilling the water. So we want to keep the torso as still as possible and avoid allowing it to lean side to side. So here we go. We've got straight outside edge of the foot. We also have heel-toe landing, and we've got a torso that is now staying really straight and not tilting, no spilling of your water glasses. We're really isolating the movement at the hip joint so that we can activate or wake up and strengthen these muscles on the outside edge of the hip. All right, the last tip that I want to give you is one cheat that can be fairly common for people is the tendency to let the knees bend. So as we go through this a couple times, incorporating all of these pieces, I want you to also be mindful that you're not letting your knees bend as you step out or bend as you step out. All right, here we go. We're doing heel-toe, straight outside edge of the foot. We're also being mindful that the torso isn't tilting or tipping side to side. And you're checking in that your knees are staying nice and straight during this. We'll do one last pass. This is something really nice to do before you go on your walk because it helps connect your brain to these muscles here that you want to be really actively participating in your walking movement. All right, so there you have the monster walk that is designed, as I said, to strengthen these lateral hip muscles and build the brain-body connection. When you walk, ideally you want to be maintaining the width of your feet. So if you had each foot on its own individual parallel train track, they would not drift in or out, but they would continue to maintain that same width. Having these muscles engaged and strong is a key part to being able to do that. It's also key for stabilizing the pelvis in general and keeping these muscles nice and balanced. Enjoy incorporating this into your daily practice. A couple times a day would be great. And also stay mindful of the other stance parameters that we covered in the previous videos. I'll see you in our last segment.